What's up, guys? This is Tampatec and this is the Autovox V5. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to take this off. So what's cool about this dash cam is that, of course, you can record front and back at the same time, and it has backup assist, which shows the lines and lets you know how far away and distance-wise you are to other objects outside. Now, what's really convenient and sets the Autovox rearview mirror apart from the other dash cams is that you can actually route the wires to the back of your car for the backup camera and not splice into the reverse lights, which makes installation so much easier because there is a setting in the Autovox menu that you can set it where it automatically switches to the backup camera without putting the car in reverse. And it tells you don't use any other power adapters with this dash cam because you can damage it. This power adapter is a Type-C connection, and even though it may look like your old power adapter for your old dash cam, it may not be the same amps. So this is 12 volts input, and then the output is 5 volts 2 amps. So keep that in mind. Use the original power adapter, and it does come with the extra mounting bands. So I go ahead and just mount them right here. You just put them on like that, and this goes over your existing mirror. Very convenient. Here's the power button, and this, I believe this is the vents and the speaker and microphone. Over here you have the power connection, Type-C, AV input, micro SD card, supports up to 64 gigs, and your GPS connection. So it can display miles per hour or kilometers per hour. Right here is the GPS. Just peel this off and slap it on your windshield, in the corner of your windshield actually. And this is the connection for that. And this is the extension cable for the backup camera. And this is the backup camera and the screws. You want to make sure you take the film off on the camera or else it's going to be really blurry. So we got everything we need and the mount for the backup camera. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, before you get started, make sure you test the Autovox mirror, plug it into your cigarette lighter, port, and turn on your car, make sure it works. Once you do that, you want to mount the Autovox mirror over your existing mirror and route the wires under your lining. I highly suggest using gloves. When popping off panels, be careful not to break any clips and make sure you route the wire underneath the airbag. If you route the wire in front of the airbag won't deploy properly, so keep that in mind. Now, some of the panels you don't have to completely take off. You could just pop them out a little bit and then run the wires. Now, when I pop off the panels, I make sure I route the wire around where the clips go, because if I route the wire where the clips go, then the panels won't snap into place properly. And then right here, this is where I'm routing the power cable. It goes underneath the seat. In my car, the cigarette lighter connection is inside the center console. Now I'll go ahead and connect the GPS. This is the easy part. Once again, run the wire under the lining, peel off the tape, and mount the GPS antenna in the corner of your windshield. This is for driving mode to display your speed. Now, when routing the wire for the backup camera, make sure you run the wire behind the airbag once again, and then slide your finger all the way under the lining, all the way down to the back of your car or SUV. I recommend using plastic pry tools. Do not use metal pry tools. You can damage your car. Now, if you're doing your installation in a car, you're going to have to run the cables behind the car seat, and there should be a plug where the other wires follow. Now, if you're running the wires in a hatchback car like a SUV, simply continue with the wire all the way to the hatchback, and you're going to have to unplug the conduit and fish the wire through the conduit. Run the fish tape right through this conduit. And this is the hardest part to fish because it's really tight. So there we have it. Right there. And now I'm going to tape the cable to the end of the fish tape right here. Alright, so right here, got black electrical tape. You want to tape it so it doesn't get caught up. Just kind of like that, diagonal. Alright, so we're going to try to fish it through the conduit now, and then send it up there. I'm holding the camera with one hand and doing this with the other. It's working, I think. Trigger the reverse light. Alright. Now I went ahead and pulled this down and I want to attach it to the reverse light. So the reverse light is this bottom light right here, which is this one. So I went ahead and taped it up here, here, and right here. And I just gotta wire it right here. Alright, so I got my black lead. My negative lead is on a ground source right here. And then my red lead is the positive, and it's on that wire right there. So let's go ahead and put it in continuity mode. Alright, so that's obviously ground, so that's the wrong wire. It's probably this one right here. Because if I'm getting a short to ground, that's probably the ground source. Which makes sense because it's usually green or black. Alright, so I ran the wire like that. And then next thing you want to do is just clamp it down. Now when using the drill bit, you want to make sure the drill bit is slightly bigger than the width of the cable, or else you'll be able to send that cable through the hole. And when mounting the backup camera, make sure you clean the surface with rubbing alcohol and peel off the tape and mount it right above the license plate, or you can use the screws provided by Autovox. And when connecting the backup camera to the extended cable, make sure you line up the grooves and go ahead and securely push them together. If you guys are interested in the Autovox V5 dash cam, check out the link in the video description below. Guys, this backup camera is awesome. Not only that it records the front, it records the back at the same time. And if you look behind you, this is the view I got. But with the Autovox rear view camera, guess what? It has a wide angle lens. You can see everything. And not only that, you can pan up and you can pan down. So if there's kids playing behind you, you would definitely know. How awesome is that? That's a great feature. There's a microphone, you can turn that on and off. You tap the screen to pull up the menu bar. And if you swipe, it pulls up the backup lines. Swipe again. And that's rear view camera. Tap if you want to click on this button right here. That pulls up dual mode. That's front and back. And then hit it again. That's front only. And hit it again. And you're back to rear view mirror. Rear view camera. And it has auto light adjustment right here. It's on auto, so it'll set that automatically based on your ambient lighting, but I like to set it on auto, so it'll increase the brightness if it needs it. And then right here, here's my playback. You have to stop the recording and then hit playback if you want to do that. All right. There it is. There's my front. That's my backup files, rear files. Let's click on that. There it is right there. All right, emergency files. So if you get in a car accident, it senses the shock and records and locks that file, and it'll be listed under emergency video. Or you could take a photo if you need to. Alright, and there's snapshot, there's lock mode if you want to lock that footage. And let's go ahead and stop this and go through the menu. So right here in the menu, you have your different resolutions, 1080p, 720p, your movie clips. I set it to 1 minute, that's by default. It's easier to search through a 1 minute video versus a 3 minute video, so I suggest leaving that. Reverse lines, driving mode, shows you the MPGs or kilometers per hour. You can set that. Scroll down and there's your parking monitor, driving mode, and then right here is your languages, LCD power. I have that off because I always want to show the rear view mirror camera. And then there's protection mode and speed unit. So I set it to miles per hour. You can set it to kilometers per hour if you want to. And I turned off the GPS time sync and I just manually set that time. That's how you do that. Oh. And I think that's all the settings, I believe. Let's scroll. Oh, there's more settings. Oh, yeah, time and date. And if you want to set up for the automatic rear view, I suggest turning that on, so when you get in a car, it automatically turns to the rear view camera. Anytime you want to turn it off, you just hit this button twice. This is drive mode, and hit it again, and it works as a standard rear view mirror. As you can see in the rear view mirror, you can see everything crystal clear. That's after I put on Rain-X, where the water feeds off the backup camera. But if you look back here, you can barely see anything in the rain. Guys, if you found this video informative, give me a big thumbs up. If you know anyone that this video will help, go ahead and click on the share button below, share this video to them. Subscribe and hit that bell notification to stay updated on the latest tech videos. And if you guys are interested in Autovox, check out the link in the video description below.